Very good evening, friends. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer at Treasury Consulting and also a venture capitalist. Standing today on 27th November 2020, I am going to shooting a pretty important video, which I think it's a sixth part of Lakshmi Vilas Bank versus DBS merger. But I'm sorry that I really not feeling very well while shooting this sixth part. I'm not feeling very well in the sense like I'm very sorry that I'm really not pleased the way things actually happened. Because the way Lakshmi Vilas Bank and DBS merger done, it is definitely not the right precedent set up in the system. And I'm telling you, the country will pay a very big price of this precedent. It effectively actually what really advised, what really comes to my mind when I'm talking about that precedent is that somebody asks someone that how can you stop the child labor? Tell me the solution. Then he gave an answer very simple: stop marriages. He said, how? He said, yes, stop marriages because no marriage, no child labor. Very simple. Simple solution. Rather than making tough laws against the child labor, rather than punishing the people who are using the innocent child as a labor, rather than confiscating their licenses and the industry licenses, those who are using child labor, rather than putting hefty fines on them, is very simple: stop marriages, no child, no labor. Just play. Very simple solution. But I think I'm not the only one in the public domain who is criticizing LVB and DBS deal. I know that there are many young guys, those who coming in the public domain. In fact, as I speak with you, every day I get so many messages on my WhatsApp numbers, our back office number. And in fact, today I got a message that in which some young gun was checking with me that I already invested in this stock. What do I do? What can I do in that? That's more important thing. I cannot do anything. And I'm telling you, the precedent is set in such a way that probably in near future, if any such eventuality come, maybe some another foreign bank will come into the picture and get a control of that bank. Had it been the same, then why it was not done in case of Yes Bank? Because Yes Bank fraud was much wider in scope than Lakshmi Vilas Bank. Much wider in scope than Lakshmi Vilas Bank. But unfortunately, the way Yes Bank was treated, not the same way Lakshmi Vilas Bank is treated. Rather, I can say Lakshmi Vilas Bank is treated in a very harsh way. And as of now, we really do not know how much capital the retail players lost. We really do not know. And now I am getting something which is really not only surprising me, but that is really hurting me also. That how can that possible? What the news is coming is that Lakshmi Vilas Bank will merge into DBS on Friday. Okay, leading to the removal of all restriction, including withdrawal of 25,000, which RBI has placed on the lender earlier this month. I'm sure if this withdrawal is removed, then majority of the depositors will take their money out. Lakshmi Vilas Bank on Thursday, which practically today, informed the exchanges that Reserve Bank of India has advised the bank to fully write down rupees 318 crores of Tier 2 bonds before the amalgamation with Singapore Bank effective 27th November, which is tomorrow. Reserve Bank of India, White, their letter dated 26th November, has advised the need to fully write down the Series 8, Series 9 and Series 10 Basel III compliant Tier 2 bonds before the amalgamation come into the effect 27th November. Lakshmi Vilas Bank, apart from Series 7 option B, amounting rupees 50.5 crore, has series 8 around 78 and series 9 around 140 and series 10 about 100 outstanding unsecured bond. Total is 318. I just fail to understand. You first created a kind of amalgamation in which the whole capital is wrought off. And now you are coming in public domain and saying that even the bonds is also wrought off. Then where is the concept of guarantee? Every bond you buy in India or outside India is having a guarantee. This guarantee is either from the issuer or from a sovereign. Example, if today SBI issue any bond, it is having a sovereign guarantee, because if SBI not able to pay, then Government of India will pay. But if all of a sudden SBI say that I am going to write off my bonds, come on guys, this writing off the bond is really something which at least I am not been able to digest, that what is the technical logic, and especially at a times when Yes Bank tier 2 bonds, you know what had happened with these bonds. Everyone knew that. As of now, we really do not know who exactly is an investor in these bonds, because you said that, you know, the total value of the bond is around 318 crore. First of all, the people, those who wrote this article, they are intelligent people, because bond is having two values. One is the dirty value and one is the clean value. And every bond is having ISIN, International Security Identification Number. Every security of the globe, whether it is issued in India, Singapore, US, London, whatever guys, it is having ISIN, International Security Identification Number. It's a unique number like your PAN number, US SSN number, Social Security card, and all these different numbers. They are completely the passport number or tax identification number, the company registration number. They are unique in nature, right? Your mobile number, which is also unique in nature. Now, if we writing an article in the public domain and stating that Lakshmi Vilas Bank on Thursday informed exchanges that Reserve Bank of India has advised the bank to fully write down 318 crores worth of tier 2 bond. Hey guys, at least let us know whether this is a dirty value or a clean value. And I know 99% of the people, those who are watching this video, maybe few of them are actually the investors in these bonds. They themselves do not know what is the dirty value of the bond. And guys, if this is a dirty value, then what is a clean value? By the way, to explain, dirty value includes the current present value plus the accrued interest. Considering the financial condition of Lakshmi Vilas Bank, it is difficult to digest that Lakshmi Vilas Bank able to pay the interest on that bond on a timely basis. Is 318 crore is a dirty bar price or it's a clean price? Really do not know, so no comment. Had it been ISIN number provided in the public domain, it would have been very easy to come on Thomson Reuters or Bloomberg and check. But in the absence of ISIN number, it is very difficult and time consuming exercise to check that. So no comments. But I'm telling you, the precedent is wrongfully set. Tomorrow, if there is another ailing bank, could be any, the first thing that comes to the mind is that ailing bank may all of a sudden get a moratorium and write-off and amalgamation. And more importantly, as of now, we really do not know how many of them out of 318 crores are retail investors, are institutional investors, or maybe more. Because in the case of Yes Bank also, when Yes Bank bonds were wrought off, many retail investors came in public domain, but nothing happened. And this is yet another precedent. You may write off the capital, but till what extent it is logical, that is a big question. But writing off a bond, which is a debt, so precisely you are writing off a bank. So what it actually means that you are writing off a bank and you are handing a complete clean bank to DBS. It means that DBS having no liability as far as this 318 is concerned. DBS having no liability as far as the existing shareholders of LVB is concerned. DBS having no liability. Forget the technical points like clean value, the dirty value, the impairment, the intangible, the valuation, the intellectual valuation of human capital. Forget all these things because these things are out of scope now. This is our latest update on Lakshmi Vilas Bank and DBS. But I'm sure as this precedent is now official, similar kind of precedents are really possible at a later course of time. I might not be surprised afterwards. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting. You know our WhatsApp 9818485155. Have a great time.